I haven't flown off my couch like that in a long time for a Jets game. And Mark Scheifele, overtime winner, 3-2, beat the Kraken. That has never felt so nice. Shout out to Carson Soucy for being terrible at hockey, punching Pierre-Luc Dubois in the back of the head like a bum. Suspension awaiting you, I'm sure, but that sets up the Blake Wheeler goal with 5 seconds left to tie up the game. Mark Scheifele finishing it off in overtime. I'm hyped. Let's talk about it. The first period, the Kraken were definitely the better team. Jordan Eberle on the power play, scoring his 4th of the year, would be the lone tally. But I was a little worried, with Dave Riddick in net. You don't have your Vezina winning goaltender behind you. And Dave Riddick has been spotty at times. But he lets an early one in there. Not a ton he could really do about it. It was on a 5-on-3. The Jets' PK has been really good. But anyway, Seattle scores that power play goal, and that would be it for the period. 1-0 Seattle. But they definitely were the better team. But going into the second period, the Jets definitely did take control, and Mark Scheifele on the power play would score his 9th. It was just a really weird one. I believe it was Connor that missed the net. It flew over to Gagne, and then it bounced off the board, and then flew to Scheifele. I don't care how it happens. Scheifele buries it, gets it past Martin Jones, and we've got a 1-1 hockey game. In the second period is when all hell broke loose. Nate Schmidt gets boarded by Andrei Burakovsky. No call. Don't know how there wasn't a call there. I don't think it was like a suspendable hit or whatever, but it definitely was dirty. 2 hands Schmidt in the back. But the Jets, this is the difference between this team this year and that team that we had last season. They actually care about their teammates. And right away, Adam Lowry, first guy in there, challenging Burakovsky to fight. He was saying he wouldn't fight, and whatever with that. I think if you paste a guy into the boards and you hit a guy dirty like that, you're definitely going to have to answer for what you've done. And Adam Lowry right up in his grill right away. And then out comes Brendan Dillon. Wouldn't fight either of them. And then, they're just kind of arguing, kind of sticking each other. And then all hell breaks loose. In comes number 3 from Seattle. Don't even know who the hell that is. What a bum that guy is. And then out comes Blake Wheeler, just throwing fists. The former captain. Almost called him the captain there. But he's throwing fists. And it ends up somehow being Blake Wheeler for 4 minutes. And Brendan Dillon getting 2. And number 3 for Seattle getting 2 minutes as well. So it was a 4-minute power play for the Kraken, and they could not score. So for the rest of the game, Burakovsky getting sticked, and he totally deserved it. What a loser for that, man. I'm still not over that. I can't believe he wouldn't drop him after doing something stupid like that. I have no respect for people like that. If you do something dumb, own up to it, and if you don't, then I don't know. Hey, man, you deserve to be getting sticked all night. In the third, it was just a lot of defense, both teams shutting it down, but it's Brandon Tanev scoring his 4th of the year. The Brandon Tanev revenge game, the former Jet burying it, and, just like that, you could see the urgency in the Jets, just desperately trying to get one through Martin Jones. Didn't look like it was going to happen. And then with under a minute left, there's a little bit of a war going in front there. Dubois is hacking at Soucy. Soucy's hacking him back. And Dubois gives him a pretty good shoulder to the chest. And then Soucy turns around. Bang! Sucker punch back of the head. Dubois falls down. That is super dangerous. And I can't think of a more bonehead thing to do there. And Carson Soucy goes to the box for 2 minutes, 25 seconds left on the game clock. And guess who? It's the former captain, Blake Wheeler, redeeming what was a little bit of a rough game in the first half. But in the second half of the game, he really turned it on. He looked really, really good, especially in the third period. And he comes through with an absolutely massive goal, his 300th of his career. And that is going to tie this game at 2 with just 6 seconds left. I can't think of anything better. So much instant karma there to Carson Soucy. I can't wait to see him get suspended tomorrow. No place for stuff like that. And yeah, so shout out to Carson for blowing that game for Seattle, getting the Jets back in here. And now we go to overtime. And it is arguably the hottest Winnipeg Jet on the roster right now. Mark Scheifele, 2nd of the game from a beautiful feed from Josh Morrissey. Speaking of Jets that are on heaters, Josh Morrissey, another guy having another incredible game, and the Jets walk away with a 3-2 come from behind victory against the Kraken. And I can't think of a game in a long time that I have been this excited about, even more excited than the Dallas game. I'm so happy we stuck it to Seattle, pissing me off all game. They're a chippy team. But the stuff with Burakovsky running around being a little kid, and Carson Zosi just doing a play that definitely isn't or shouldn't be in the game. Just got me going as a fan. I'm sure a lot of you were yelling at the TV too, but it felt really good. And I'm really happy the Jets won this game, because I feel like I'd be stewing for a little while if they lost. One thing, though, that I want to mention, shout out to Dave Riddick. I thought he played very well in this game for the shots that he did face. I don't think he was tested a ton. However, he did have 21 shots against. He did let in 2 goals. The one on the 5-on-3, you can't really blame him. The Tanev goal was just, a really nice goal. But he held his own tonight. He's definitely better than I thought he was going to be coming into the year. He had a rough preseason game, and he had a rough first regular season start. But ever since then, his last 2 starts have been really good. And I'm okay with Dave Riddick. I was a little bit skeptical, but I'm okay with it. It seems like Big Save Dave is here to play, and it does seem like he has revenge on his mind this year. Very happy for him, and he picks up a big win for the Jets, who moved to 9-4-1, and that is good enough for tied first in the Central with the Dallas Stars. This team, I think they need to find a little bit more scoring. Obviously, it doesn't help when you're playing with 11 forwards, because Mason Appleton actually got hurt. Really fluky injury. His stick looked like it got stuck in one of the I'm not sure if it was the timekeepers, like the little holes that they have in the glass there or what, but it definitely got stuck on something. And his stick kind of clotheslined him a bit, and he didn't return to the game. That happened at the end of the second, and he wasn't back for the third. So that was, a little bit alarming. Appleton's a serviceable player, I think. I don't know if he's been the best fit for that top line, but he definitely hasn't been a bad player. So that's concerning. I hope he's okay. One guy that I thought struggled a little bit in this game, and I thought he struggled a bit too in the game against the Flames, was Dylan Samberg. I don't know. He just seems off. I don't know. He doesn't seem like he has that confidence. Albeit in the third period, he did look a little bit better than how he was playing the first 40 minutes. But, I wouldn't mind taking another look at Kyle Capobianco, maybe giving Villy a shot in that spot. Villy's an assist machine over there in the AHL, dominating the league once again. He deserves a shot. I hope he gets it before long. But that's just my thoughts on the D right now. But with all that said, the Jets going 1-1 on the back-to-back. They definitely played better against the Kraken, who are no slouch, by the way. Really good team. And you can see just how quick that team is, how strong forechecking that team is, and how frustrating that team can be to play against at times. But overall, really happy with the last 2 games. The Jets, they just played a tough team in Calgary and lost. And in the next game, they played a tough team in Seattle, and they found a way to win. I'm just so happy that the Jets are fun to watch again. I couldn't go through another year like the year last year, the 21-22 season. That was rough. But that wraps up the road trip. The Jets' next game won't be until Thursday, November 17th, when they play the Anaheim Ducks. That's going to be the Teemu Selanne Teppo Numminen alumni night. I don't really know what to call it there, but they're going to be honoring the 2 of those guys. I'm going to be at that game. Going to be super cool. I won't have a video that night for it, but I will the next morning, and I'm really excited to talk about that. I'm really excited to see Teemu there. Maybe he'll be wearing one of the reverse retro jerseys. Can't wait to see that. But lots of hype going into that game. I'm going to leave this video there. I want to hear, how happy are you guys that we beat the Seattle Kraken? That felt really good. Shout out again Carson Zosi for being a bum, and Andre Burakovsky from running away from Lowry and Dylan all night. You guys made my night. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.